Hello and welcome to Thirsty Thursdays. Someone probably already has a series that's called that already. It's fine. So as you know, I've recently returned from Taiwan. So if you need me to tell you, Taiwanese men are really fucking hot. I should do a Cantonese one in the future if this one does well. Also, it just feels good as a Taiwanese person to be supporting people on Instagram. Obviously, there's more things that I'd like to do to them, but we'll say for now that I just want to follow them and support them on Instagram. And let me also just preface this by saying that there are a lot of really hot Taiwanese men that I found. I've taken the very difficult task of researching on Instagram and finding hot Taiwanese men for you. And I have found that there are a lot of really hot ones, but they don't really take their shirts off. I wanna give the people what they want, so I'm just gonna be showing you the guys that you're most likely gonna be finding shirtless pictures from. So let's start off strong with Woody Liang. American people would pronounce it Liang, but it's actually Liang. His eyebrows are on fucking point. I wouldn't put his eyebrows above Dragon Taiwanese, but he has like a very unique, but also a very hot and attractive face. I love like the trail that he still has going on in the shirtless picture. I also think that birthmark or spot that he has on his chest is also pretty endearing. Like he just has a really good smolder, you know? Like he just looks like a very naturally sexy person. And like other hot Instagram people, his hair is always perfectly parted and coiffed. Looks like to me that he gets his hair trimmed pretty often because his hair never looks like it changes. And also let's talk about this picture. He doesn't only just look cute in this, but he's also holding a gay pride flag. I'm gonna take this as just a hint that he might be gay, which I'm hoping that for my gay boys out there that makes him even more attractive to you because he actually feels like at least somewhat attainable to you as opposed to like fawning over straight men. Next, I have for you Jacob HHC. So let me say right off the bat that his stature is a little bit more on like the thinner and lankier side. I really like lanky guys. My first crush in high school was a lanky guy who was also Taiwanese, funny enough, which I just remembered. Despite his lankiness, he has a great body. From this picture, you can see that he clearly likes Pokemon, which is always an A+. I think he plays video games, which is cool. I'm super into this picture of him in his Adidas jacket though, because it's not showing like too much. It's like a little bit of a tease and like you can see his shadow going on a little bit and like he has like a little bit of color going on in his hair too. It's not like pure black, which I also think is very intriguing. I don't know what else you want me to say about him besides the fact that I want to sit on his face. No shade to Jacob, but he does strike me as like one of the more attainable looking guys in this list. I think out of all of these pictures, Jacob definitely has the most shirtless pictures, so keep that in mind. Quayle, I think that's how you say his name. So I've never seen a Taiwanese guy that looks like him before, but I'm all about it. He's probably the most like traditionally math looking guy that I found. Oh, and also the fact that he has like these two little earrings is really, really attractive to me. I don't know what it is about earrings. Like I'm usually not the type of person that looks for earrings. When you have like these small, like very subtle, like statement earrings that are like on both sides, especially, when you have those earrings, it kind of says to me that you're very comfortable with your sexuality and your masculinity because, you know, I think most of the time men just think that, oh, you know, like earrings are like for girls. Like I can't really find a flaw with his face. I'd like to examine his face a little bit more to make sure. He looks like he's looking at you right through your clothes. Let's see, number 4, we have Ted the Theodore. His face is so cute. Glasses are a pretty big turn on for me, especially when you have like the face structure that he has. I like that he shows that he knows how to clean up, but he also knows how to rock a boxer brief. Like based on his body, you can see that he takes care of himself, but he's not like obsessive over it. This picture right here of his hair being really messy is also very hot. The angle that you have is like really sexy because it looks like you're giving him a blowjob. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. And also he has another picture with the pride flag on it, which also makes me think that he is at least an ally, if not gay. Again, making him feel actually somewhat attainable for me. As you know, I usually save the best for last, so here's my favorite out of the bunch. Let me introduce you to Freddy. Great last name. Like his face is so, like his face is exactly the kind of face that I would go for on Tinder. Like I would super like the shit out of him. He'd also be the type of person that I would assume that thinks that I'm out of his league. Maybe like somewhere in the depths of his profile on Tinder, he'd say that he's actually in a relationship already because of course he is, and that he's just looking for friends on Tinder. You can see from this picture of him making out with somebody that he clearly does swing my way. Major points for that already. If any of you ever want to set me up with somebody, just get me someone that looks like him. I would honestly put Freddy above Godfrey Gao. I'm not sure if that's blasphemy, but this beach picture just makes me think about going to the water with him, just like a little bit of underwater action, if you know what I mean. What do I care? I'm gonna get banned either way, right, for being gay. My pits are sweating because of the content in this video. And if you follow any hot Taiwanese men on Instagram, please feel free to share as usual. Share the love, share the guilty pleasure, you know, all that good jazz, you know the drill. Please make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you feel so inclined. It really helps me out. Taiwan represent, and I will see you next week. Bye!